one last video to share with you this evening, or today, or whenever you find yourself watching these series of videos. We're going to be making a more complex shape. Now, complex is not really complex. Well, it is, but, here's the deal. A complex shape is just complex because it's made up of a whole bunch of simple shapes. So if you can master the art of adding simple shapes together in unique and various ways, then you can make some pretty complex things. One thing that we need to be aware of is the fact that to make these complex things, we need to layer them properly. I use the word layering because, well, if you're using really expensive software, which someday you will, they don't necessarily call it ordering, which is what we do here in Google Draw. We create an order. They call it layering. And you can actually create multiple layers and lock layers and turn them visible and invisible, and it gets really complicated and it's really awesome and powerful, but here we don't have that. We just have the ability to order our layers, which means that sometimes certain things will be, well, they'll be visible and other things will be, well, obscured. For example, if I were to take these two awesome shapes, you'll notice, well, this one obscures part of that one. I can simply move that and then see the entire thing, but if I needed it to be, on top of one or the other, notice again, this one's on top. Even if I were to take that one and move it, it would still be behind. See, when you make a shape, it puts it on what you would consider the very bottom layer or the base. And any additional shapes, well, they end up on top or stacking on top. Think like pancakes. I can't put the third layer of pancake down before I put the first layer. So think of this as pancake number 1, right? And this is pancake number 2, kind of a funky shaped pancake. Maybe what I really need to do is this. Here's my pancake, and I'm going to change the pancake color to, let's say, more of a tannish. Oh, wait a second. I don't want font color. I want fill color. So I'm going to turn this into, that looks like a yummy pancake. Doesn't it? Maybe it to be a little browner. Yeah, that's a yummy pancake. And I need another pancake. Control copy, Control V for paste. Okay, 2 pancakes. Well, they're right on top of each other. I can't see the other one. And that's going to be an issue. I could offset one just a little bit. That looks more like a stack. And then I could paste another one. Offset this one a little bit too. And that kind of looks like a stack of pancakes. I could even make this one a little smaller and change the fill color of this to really bright yellow. Move that one on top. Oh, wait a second. It just disappeared inside. Why? Well, if you remember, this was actually the second shape that I made. So dragging it and dropping it in there doesn't actually put it on top. It puts it inside, in between layer 1 and 3. What if I want it to be on top? Because I want the butter on top. Well, I'm going to have to change the order. I can do that by going to Arrange, Order, and I've got some options. I can send it forward or backward. I can bring it to the very front or send it to the very back. If I were to send it to the very back, it would actually go to the most bottom or base layer, and it would be underneath all my pancakes. So what I really want to do is bring it to the very front. Now, when I move my butter and stack it, yeah, that looks delicious. Why am I making pancakes? That's not a wise idea. I need to make something awesome. So, here we go. Goodbye, pancakes. See you later. Here's the deal. I want to make an awesome thing where it's a hand, like for high fives. And I want to put the text high five at the bottom on a ribbon. I want it behind some circular starburst thing. Well, probably wouldn't be a bad idea for me to just list out all the different elements I need so I can think about what would be the proper order that they would go in. For example, I know I'm going to need a hand. I know I'm going to need a background circle. So a background circle. I know I want some of those awesome, starbursts. So I'm going to put starburst. Ooh, I did not spell background right? Oh, yeah. I also want to make sure I've got a banner with some text on it. So in reality, I probably want to make sure that the text is always showing up on top. So it's got to be either the last thing I do or I've got to bring it to the front. And this background circle is probably going to be at the very bottom of the base. I could make it first, or I could just make it at the very end and send it to the bottom. However I choose to do it, I'm just going to have to know that I'm going to eventually have to build all these elements. And, well, this hand, yeah, that could be complex, considering there's really no hand shape. So what I'm going to do, I'll make one from scratch. Let's start there. Let's see. I bet that would make a good palm. Yeah, that'll work. Not quite hand colorish. Maybe if I change the fill color of this to something that looks a little better. Depending on what your skin tone is, that might work, it might not, but we can customize that later. Just as long as we remember which one we chose. Yeah, yes, that one works better. Maybe I went to the beach this week and got a little bit of a tan. Anyways, here we go. I got this one. That's good for the palm, but I'm going to need some fingers. Let's see, what other shape could I have to add on some? Hey, that one looks pretty good. Could I make a finger out of this? Yeah, sort of. Something tells me I'm going to have to make some adjustments to this. Maybe I might actually make some finger segments. Maybe I could make a finger segment that goes to right about here. And then I'm going to have to change the color of this. This could get complex. It could take a little while before I get all of these different things down. And yes, I'm probably going to need another shape. Let's see, any other good ones? You know, that one looks really good. What if I just took this and copied it and took that second piece and rotated it 360 degrees, or 180 degrees in this case, brought it to right about there. That's pretty good. You know what's funky is this thing. It's not like my hand has some lines there. So you know what I'm probably going to end up having to do? Is take my stroke and make it transparent. If I do that for all of these, it might actually start looking... Oops, no, that wasn't the right one. Wrong color. Transparent. There we go, bring my finger down. That actually kind of looks like a finger. But this one's probably going to be, what, the index finger? Yeah. So I'm going to take these two, copy them, paste them up, move them over. I probably need a little bit of space in between them. You know what? They're a little too thick. Is there something I can do about it? Yeah, I could probably take them and bring them in this way. Oops. Let me go see if we can do that. That would work. Grab them both at the same time. I wonder what these yellow things do. I'm gonna figure it. Oh, hey, interesting. It changed the rounded shape. Check that out. That looks a lot more like a finger. If I keep bringing this in, totally a finger, right? If I bring this down a little bit, oh, boys and girls, I think I'm getting somewhere. I don't need you anymore. You're not gonna work for me. Now, let's take this one and take that one. We'll group them together. Remember that arranging tool that we use, that grouping thing? Group. Now that's one thing. That's awesome. I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to bring it here. And just remember, depending on what finger we're doing, some of them are a little taller than others. Don't forget the spacing. Good. I'm going to paste it again. Let's see. My ring finger is just a little lower than that. So I'm going to bring it just a little bit. That's perfect. And I think I'm going to need another one. You know, my pinky. Paste that, bring that one over here. And it's actually kind of significantly smaller. Now my hand is way out here. No deal. Let's bring that in a little bit. Sort of. I think I'm getting closer, don't you? Boop. And boop. Maybe I can do that. But now we're getting somewhere. I just kind of need a thumb. Alright, copy one more time and paste. And I'll take this and I'll rotate it. And maybe I need to make it a little bit thicker because my thumb's a little thicker. But that's too thick. And I can put that one here. Oops. Let's move it again. And, maybe down. Maybe rotate it back up a little bit. move it back in a little bit. No, out a little bit. You see how this could take a little while, but the more we play with it, the better it gets. Ah, now that looks like a hand. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to take all of these things and what? Oh yeah, group them. Now that I got my hand, and it would be great if I could actually take this and put an outside around it again, but that's not going to look so good. So best to just right now, what? Yeah, leave it. Undo. Now what I could do, which we learned about last time, was actually take this and I could copy it and paste it, but change the color of this to, you got it, black. And I don't know, maybe put the order to send to back and then move it a little bit. Now, it actually looks like it's got a little bit of a shadow on there. It kind of looks 360. Although my hand doesn't look quite as awesome as it did before. But anyways, I'm happy with it. So I'm going to take that now, and you guessed it, I'm going to group this. Boom. There's my high five hand. My hand is done. I still need a background circle, starburst, banner, and text. Let's see, what would be the next thing to do? Well, I know I want my background circle at the end, and I want the starburst circle with that, so maybe a banner wouldn't be too bad, and I can put some text on it. Great, let's do that. So here we go. I'm going to get a call-out banner. Let's do this one. How does that look? Oh, super awesome. A little tall for me, so maybe a little shorter. And what does this do? Oh, I like that. Makes the ribbon actually a little wider. And you know me, I like it a little differently, so I'm actually going to take this and rotate it just a little bit. No, it doesn't work. Undo. Command Z. But is it right in the right place? Maybe right there? Awesome. So I want to double click on it, and I can actually put text right in it when I double click on it. I'm going to put it high fiver. No, high five? High five. High five. I'm going to take this text, and you guessed it, I'm going to center it, align it to the middle, both vertically and horizontally, change the height to 30. That sounds good. Definitely change the font. Let's see. How about caution? Yeah, high five. That looks really good. I think though I need to change the inside color of this. What would be good, do you think? Gold? Yeah. Or maybe red? What do you think? If I do red, that's fine, but the text color's got to go because the contrast isn't so good. So what would be a good color for that one? Yellow? Wait, that didn't happen right. If I take the text and change the text color to yellow, then I can make the starburst in the background yellow. It'll match. Great. I'm happy with that. Time for me to put a background circle. Awesome. Not a problem. Let's go to shapes. Let's go to circle. Okay, and I'm going to make sure I hold down shift to make a perfect circle. And I'm going to make it this big, and I'm going to move it down, get it centered. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to make the thickness of the line weight probably 4. No, let's go 8. No, let's go 12. I like that. We want to make the inside of it gold, and then I want to send it to the very back, right? So order, can I do that? Yep, order and send to back. Boom. Now we're getting somewhere, people, but I did want some crazy kind of starburst. So why don't I go back and add one more shape to this? Go to callouts, go and find a 24 star. See if I can't do something awesome here. Now, how can I make this perfect so that it fits within the scheme of the way I'm doing things? I want them perfect in the center and perfect horizontally to everything else. Boom. I bet if I were to take this and maybe make it yellow as well, how would that look? Oh, no. Yellow. I like that. And I'm going to send that to the back. Boom. No, not just backward, but order it to the very back. Boom. Now it looks like a sun, and not really what I was expecting. What if I got rid of the circle? Select that, delete. No, don't don't like that either. So I want to figure this out. Maybe I need to make it bigger. Center it again. Centered both vertically and horizontally. And of course, now I gotta take the circle and send it backward. Let's see, order, send to back. But maybe I need to bring it back up one. Take that one and I'll take the order of that one and send it back. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's awesome. It doesn't actually quite fit on my thing, so maybe I need to get rid of my text. Goodbye, text box. Do I have everything here? Do I have a hand? Yes. Do I have a background circle? Yes. A starburst? Yes. A banner? Yes. Text? Yes. Though probably I want to make this a little thicker, change the weight. That's awesome. 4. I like the 8, don't you? Awesome. I'm going to select everything, Command A to select everything. I'm going to move it and center it so it fits. Center there. Center there. And now it's dead center. I'm happy. Actually, I could make this a little smaller so it fits right around here. And keep going until it's the size I think it should be. Again, select everything. Get it over. Center it both vertically and horizontally. And there I have my badge. High five. A pretty complex shape. Alright, and again, I'm going to save this up. Eventually, I could go through the process of exporting this, which I might do at some point, downloading it as an SVG file. But for now, we're just going to leave it as your thing. Now, I made a high five hand. You could make anything else you want. Try something different. Try something interesting. You might even go through the process of trying a basic, one of your designs that wasn't a winner, one of your simple ones. Just try something out. Make sure there's some text on there. Make sure there's some complex shapes. And I'll see you on the flip side. All right.